Hi everyone, we'll get started here in just a minute. Alright. Everybody here, let's see. There we go. Should all be working now. Hi y'all, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone can hear me alright. Let's see here. Just getting some stuff ready. Go up and out a little bit. Let's see, everything else should be all set up. Alright. Well, yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Hope gosh, it's Monday. Hope your Monday has been going well and not been too busy or too difficult. We have some fun stuff to do today, so I'm excited to get started. This will be pretty chill. We are back to crafting. Today we're doing a few different things. First and foremost, I'm actually going to be working on these little tiny potion bottles. These are going to be some earrings and some necklaces for an upcoming fantasy market that I'm going to. And then we got some other fun stuff to work on. I'm hoping to cut some leather, get some stuff started. We want to start actually putting together, or at least trimming up our leather D20. So that's going to be another project. But I thought this might be fun to start with because it's something different. It's something that we haven't done recently, and I'm still learning how to do. But I thought it would be just a fun opportunity. I saw another streamer working on this, and this kind of inspired me to do something similar. It is not, strictly speaking, leathercraft, but it is a lot of fun and a good change of pace for myself. So we're gonna be doing a wide variety of things, and yeah, should be a nice evening. So let's see here. Let's make sure everything is set where I want it. Yeah, okay. All right. So we should be good to go. How's everybody doing this evening? Let's see. So these are ones that I put together just to kind of like check out and see like proof of concept, if you will. Hi, Nova. Yeah, these are proof of concept, rather. Just tiny little potion bottles. I'll actually be designing and printing out little labels for them too. So these should be really cute when they're all said and done. But today we're actually going to work on making the potion bottles. First and foremost, let's start making a supply of them, thinking about kind of what designs we want to do, what sort of colors we want to go with, what potions we might want to make, as well as just kind of what's going to fit the vibe. So I have a variety of mica powders that I have picked up. These are just like colorants or dyes. Not really a dye, they're technically they're a powder. But yeah, so we've got a bunch of different colors here. We'll kind of work through and pick a few as we go. We can definitely mix and match. I actually mixed Angry Rose and this Here Comes the Bride, the white, in order to make kind of the sparkle of the health potion bottle that I have right here. So we'll be kind of mixing and matching. We've got some other stuff, our Poppy Red, for example, as well as Indigo Girls, and then a number of other larger stuff. I got like a grab bag of these, so they just kind of like sent me a bunch of different colors. So we're gonna be kind of playing with these. Let's see, I've got more of my white, got ballet slippers, more Bermuda, lemon cupcakes, enchanted forest, Aphrodite, which is a really good color, this nice beautiful velvet plum, and koi. And these might be a little bit out of frame, but we'll kind of look at them. So we have a bunch of colors to work with, and I am excited to get going on them. Obviously, the first ones I made were our white cum vials, because why not? So yeah, this whole process is kind of fun. This works with resin, as well as kind of like a snow globe solution. So we have a bunch of different like bottle shapes. I'm gonna put a few of these out just so we can see them all as we start to like pick and choose what we want. Let's see, is that... Nope, I've got a more rounded version. I think that might be it for the different sizes, for what I have at least right now. Yeah, so we have... Oh, no, maybe a full round cylinder? No. Yeah, I think that is the shapes that I've got, which is fine. Files, did Birdie turn into a tiefling? No. I just thought it would be really funny. Look, I can be a gremlin sometimes if I want to. Especially in craft making. Because I know most of my clients are gremlins themselves. So, yeah. So let's see. I guess the question really is kind of what do we want to make? So we've got our standards. We could do like our health potions. We could do our mana potion. And then we could make a green one up, probably with like Enchanted Forest here for stamina. But I guess the question really is, do we want to do any sort of like custom ones? I know I do. There's a few different ideas that I have here, but I'm also open to a lot of suggestions and ideas. So please let me know. Other little fun things for channel updates and for life updates. Let's see. New channel point reward. You will see head pats is now a reward. It is cheap, just because it's fun. So feel free to use that one to give me head pats. And otherwise, this weekend I just found out I got into another maker market. So I'm going to be at the Furry Art Market here in Portland this weekend. It is Saturday from 2 to 6 at the Q Center. So it should be a lot of fun. And if you're in the Portland area, you should definitely drop by. At least come say hi to me. Nova, you are an angel. Just a gremlin angel. You know, you can be both. Okay. So one of the things I do want to do, I kind of want to mix a couple more of these two, just so we have a pair of each, so that we have like 2 health, 2 actually, do I want to do pairs, or do I want to do like a trifecta? And what I mean by that is, like, do I want to have mismatched earrings where we have 1 potion of health, we have 1 potion of mana, and then maybe a necklace that's a potion of like a potion of stamina, so you could have all 3 on you at any time. I think that might be really cute. I could possibly even design these so that the potion vials are like removable fairly easily, so you could swap them. So you could have like the stamina on the earring and the health on the necklace or whatever else. So you kind of pick and choose what your main pieces become. So that might be a fun design to do. If we do that, I'll probably just grab another one of these, so that we have our kind of all matching bottle types. And that might be a really fun set to do. So if we do that, I think the main thing we'll use is probably our Enchanted Forest here. This will probably give us a pretty nice green. If we need to add a little bit more green, we could also go for this brighter Let Us Entertain You, which could be cute. But I think we're just going to kind of mix and match and figure out what we like. So let's get a couple mixing cups going here. Got a bunch of stuff down because this can be a bit of a messy craft. So I'm actually going to go put some gloves on, make sure I am taking care of myself and being safe, as well as grab... we may not need it for this, but I'll have it off to the side for now. Okay. The other thing to keep an eye on is what bottles we have, or how many of what bottles we have. Because I actually don't remember that. We should be fine. I haven't made more than what you see on the table already. But I want to make sure that we have, like, there's 10 of those. I've used 2 of them. I want to make sure that we're kind of sticking to however many we got. All right. Just getting some gloves on here. we're working with really fine mica powder as well as resin, I will probably wear gloves most of the time, and then I might even, especially as we get the resin out, might even be a respirator using. So I'm going to have that to the side as well. Okay, so let's grab a stir stick here. Start. Okay, I'm just gonna honestly put these out like that. We will deal with them as we come. I like to be all set up, and I'm realizing that I'm not remotely set up for all of this, at least before the stream started. So we are going to start. Like I said, we're just going to start with the Enchanted Forest here. I just want to see what. Hi, Zaris. Welcome. Head pats. Aw, thank you. Still need to add a sound effect to that one. There we go.
Zaris needs a bird to stop shrimping.
I'm not
Zaris
shrimping.
needs you to hydrate.
I'm not shrimping. And I am hydrating. Hold on. Let me close this so we don't make a huge mess. Okay. Hydration. Water cup. No shrimps. Yes. Okay, I'm sorry, Zaris. Remind me before you go to bed on Telegram, and I will get back to you. I got distracted with a bunch of things. Zaris, I just got accepted to the furry art market this weekend here in Portland. So that's been one of the distractions. Alright, we're just gonna do a little bit of this. Yeah. So the art market is this Saturday from 2 to 6. It is at the Q Center in Portland. I'm really excited for it. It was a very last minute one. It's put together by Feral Kicks. So they basically had like one spot left and were like, hey, we'd love to have you. And I was like, cool, let's make it happen. So we're doing the art market, which is great because I can offset some of the terrible vibes of the last market I went to that was kind of a failure. All right. What do we think, chat? Is this a good green for a stamina potion? Or do we need to go a little bit more electric? I feel like we could add some of our bright green here. It might give us something a little bit brighter to work with. Thank you, Nova. I appreciate it. Aw, thank you. Let's see. We are going to... I think I might add a little bit of this brighter green. I think Victe and I are helping with the market. If you want to stop by and help, maybe take over a spot for a few minutes so that Victe or I can walk around and enjoy the market for a few minutes. I certainly wouldn't say no to any of that. That would all be very helpful. All right, a new color here. We're just gonna take a little bit. I want to see what this adds to it. That was also way more than a little bit. I always forget how far mica powders go. Oh yeah, I mean, I'd be open to some help for setup and teardown as well. That would be very helpful, thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling the same way. Ooh, okay. The lime didn't do what I thought it would do, but I actually don't hate this. I really like that kind of like silvery like element to it. It's kind of nice. What do y'all think? Make sure it kind of focuses here. I like that kind of swirl it's got. It's really nice and potent. Yeah, we can absolutely discuss further deets later. I think it looks like a Shamrock Shake. Does it give stamina potion vibes? That's the real question. Because I'm designing it to go with these this potion of health and this potion of mana here. Mana doesn't quite have a label yet, but zoom in here so y'all can see that. Put the light on a little bit better here. There we go. Stamina is always come colored? Really? I mean, I already have those, but they don't match. They're in a different bottle. It's always white. Really? What games? Because every game I've ever played, stamina's always been a green. Oh, Diablo. Interesting. Really? I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Zaris is not. We have had a lot of talk about colors already. Alright. Let's give this a pour. We're just going to do this one for now, so I can kind of show y'all how we do the process. And then we'll go through and start kind of bulk making some of these as we find design or colors that we like. Yeah, I think that'll work pretty well. Poke around with some folks, see if they're going to be at the market. Awesome, please do. Okay. So that's our stamina color right now. We are going to grab our big old bag of quarks, which I do not see anymore. Where did my bag of quarks go? Chat, one of you steal my bag of quarks? Let's see here. This is very timely because I'm like, I can't set this down for fear of it falling over. But I need to search for corks now. And I don't know where they went. Are you over here? No. Chat, where'd all my cork bottles, or my bottle corks go? I could have sworn I had them. I mean, I know I have them. I could have sworn they were out and up. You got hungry? Zaris. No eating the corks. Let's check over here. But yeah, I am very excited to get into this market this weekend because I think it's going to be a really nice bounce back for the they look like cheese. It's gonna be a really nice bounce back for the market that was kind of a bust the other week. dum. Dum dum dum. Where did they go? All over here? No. There's my other bottles, which we'll go ahead and pull out. Could have sworn I put all of everything in the same place after doing my test run. However, it looks like I obviously did not. Zaris is cobalt coated. I mean, that's fair. Nothing wrong with being cobalt coated. We like cobalts in this chat. Chat, this is frustrating. Did I put them down here? No. I'm running out of places to look. Uh-oh. Let's see. Now I'm like legitimately like I have no idea where these are. Did they get buried under stuff? Sorry, y'all. Give me just a minute while I look for these. Somehow get put into here. No, not seeing them here. Okay. In here, maybe. Nope. Gosh, this is frustrating. This is what I get for having to pack everything up for a apartment inspection. And now I'm trying to like get past that apartment inspection, and nothing is where it usually is because of that. Okay. Nope. I'm gonna have to check it here and hope that it's in here. I don't know why it would be in here, but at this point, check everywhere, you know? Nope. Well, that's really frustrating. This craft goes nowhere if I can't find these. That's, I think, the extra frustrating part. So if I can't close the bottles back up and seal them properly, they're not going to be really good bottles. Ooh, 96. Good job. That's pretty close. Well, shoot. Chat's just enjoying this, like, blank screen while I'm looking for everything. Crafting stress. What the fuck? Where are my corks? Alright, well, I've officially checked everywhere I can think of. Huh. You're enjoying the... You're enjoying a elote? Okay, fair. Glad. Let's... Oh, you know what? I have a gut feeling. I bet I know where they're at. Nope. My gut was wrong. We're not where I was hoping to be. Okay. Well... Baby craves cork. You ate them? I'm sorry, that's 2 people that have eaten them. Y'all just out here eating all my cork. Cork is not edible. Stop eating cork. I don't care how good the mouth texture is. No eating the cork. This is driving me up a wall. Okay, we checked there. I know it's not there. Checked here. No, it's not here. Time to check some other places where I don't think I would have necessarily put them, but who knows? I've done crazier things in the past. Nope, no cork there. None there. Nope. 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 See you there. Ah, where, oh where could my cork be? The worst part is it's not even like a...
Cork, Bob, 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 cork.
Oh my
Bob,
gosh.
Cork, Bob, 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 cork, Bob.
Oh my gosh,
cork,
we're still going.
Bob,
Okay.
Cork, Bob, cork, Bob, cork, Bob.
I feel like he was getting aggressive there. The weird part is like this is not a small bag. This should be easy to find. He got tired. Like it's not a small bag of corks either. It's not like enormous, but it should be pretty easy to find. And I'm just not seeing it anywhere. Okay. I am very sorry, y'all. Went into this like, oh, I am fully prepared for this stream. We have determined that was a lie. Okay. Time to literally empty everything out. All the places that it could be. Nope. like somehow in here. Are you? No? Huh. I'm literally baffled here, chat. I do not know where this would have gone. Okay. Where else? Where else should I look? Now I feel like I'm playing Dora the Explorer. Have you seen the bag of cork? Where? Let's see. Down here somewhere? No. Over there. Over here. Not under there. Oh, this is gonna drive me up a wall. Swiper, no swiping. You, Sorka, oh my. I don't think they're on the floor. It's like I've cleaned up the floor and I don't see them. I'm literally gonna check my closet even though I know I've never put them in here. Checked over here. What the actual fuck? So, the baffling part is that truly this is not a small bag. It is like yay big and like as big as the screen is right now. And I'm just like, I can't find it. I don't know where else to look. I thought I'd put it with everything else. I'm dumb, y'all. Found it. Found them. You wanna know where they were? Y'all wanna know where they were? They were with everything else where they should have been. The difference was I had rolled the bag up. I had rolled it up to look like this, and so I couldn't see the corks. Oh, okay. It's gonna be one of those streams today. Hi, Toby. Yep, lesson learned. Grab a few of those out. Toby, how are you doing today? Hi, Star. Okay. With this out, let's pull y'all down just a little bit so you can see a little better what I'm doing. I'm doing pretty good. I am enjoying getting back into crafting. Took a break last week, and it's nice to be back. All right. So we are going to just take one of these corks. Go ahead and get the bottle in our hand. And all we're gonna do is give this a nice dunk, just like that. A nice little glob of resin on it. We're just gonna give it a tight push like that. Make sure we've got a fair bit all the way around, just like that. Nice. You're still feeling like jewelry? I get that. I had to take a week off after the market last weekend, or the weekend before rather. And I'm glad I took a little bit of a break, but if anything, it just made me like far more excited to do more. So I am glad to be back in the crafting room doing stuff. I'm a nice little glob of resin. I mean, sure. I'll be a little glob of resin. I don't mind. Resin borb. Alright. I'm gonna get one of these little sticks out here. So the reason I'm gonna do this is because I'm paranoid about these things sealing properly. I usually go around the edge here and just make sure there's a nice coat of resin all the way around, because I want to make sure the seal is there properly when we harden it. So let's set this aside. Now, just gonna kind of set this off to the side. Probably won't see much of it, and that's okay. We are just gonna give that a little bit of time. Oh wow, we got a fair few viewers in. Hi, welcome everybody. If you're new here, my name's Birdie. I know we have ads going on, so I did post a go live. Didn't I? Did it not post properly? Yeah, I posted it. I'm live in both places, both Birdbrain Leatherwork and my personal. Did it not? No, it's there. All right. I did double check, and it is there. Oh, that's because I ended up doing the original post on my Birdbrain channel, and then reblogged it. So if you don't have reblogs as a notification, that might be why. I kind of flip-flop between the two. Huh, that's weird that it didn't notify you then. Alright, so here we go. We got a green. Just like that. We have a stamina potion ready. Everything's all nice, and we will eventually work on the labels here. But for the moment, let's think about some other colors or things we can make. I've got a fair few things. Obviously, we'll get into a point where we're just making, several of these all kind of batch production. But right now, we're kind of in that design phase. I want to see what we can come up with. Vic Day had a really good idea earlier, before stream started, that I should do a Baja Blast one, and I think that would be really fun. If you don't know, last year I made a large-scale potion bottle. Oh, I could make all the Baja flavors would be a fun one. I mean, what do you mean by deranged cum? Because I'd say this one's pretty cummy. So we got a few options. 81% burb. That's pretty good, Zaris. You'll get there. I believe in you. Although at this point it might be better just to wait till the start of the new month, because at the end of the month I reset the VIPs. So... Forever a normie. What I should do is I should just make it, you've gifted subs before. I should also make it that like you can either randomly get VIP'd or if you just gift 5 subs, you get it as well, because you've definitely done that. There. Alright. The last thing I'll do here, and I should have done it earlier for this one, once I screw in the little eyelet, I find going in with just a dab more resin here to kind of like seal the eyelet against the cork really just helps ensure that the whole thing stays nice and secure. Welcome, Roxy. Hi. Yeah, we're just being dorks. We are making little tiny potion bottles that will be necklaces, earrings, that sort of thing. As I show you off screen. Here we go. That'll focus, please. There. Yeah, so I've got health, I've got mana that I've just mixed up, and then we are finishing up with our first stamina. We're talking about what other ones we can make. Yeah, Victor, you absolutely could do that. Yeah, I mean, I could absolutely try to mix all of the Baja Blast colors. Oh yeah, Roxy, congrats on the job! I saw that. What would Mountain Dew do potion-wise? Raise your sugar levels. A potion of increased blood sugar. Alright, so we got those 3, just kind of basic ones. They look good. I actually really like the kind of mixture we got in here. This is that kind of green. Let's start, I think... Do we want to start with regular Mountain Dew? I mean, I am too. Big Tay, we'll get you there, we'll find one. Alright, if we start with regular, I think we're just gonna go with this very, very lime green color. The real question is, what bottle shape? So, we have a few options here. We have basically these 5 options to work with for vials. Kind of get you a little bit closer so you can see them. Even lay this one down so you can see. So we've got like the tall vial, we've got the teardrop vial, we've got the round vial, the square vial, and the flattened round. I don't know which one I would actually be leaning towards. I kind of want to pick one and make that same bottle shape for all of the Mountain Dew flavors. If we're going to go that route, because I think I can do pretty much all of the colors, or all of the flavors with the colors I have. So, I unfortunately don't have like just a one that's like shaped like a can, because that would be ideal. But we could do, I mean, the rectangle might be a good option. We could do the standard like potion bottle. And I keep showing you almost off screen, sorry about that. We could do like the test tube. I'm kind of leaning towards the rectangle. I think we just get the most visibility with it. And I think for Mountain Dew, that just kind of, that's what we'd want to go for. So, unless I get a like, no, don't do that, this would be way better, I think we might go for this one. So if we're doing that, I'm going to give us a few minutes while I get some stuff ready. So still have time to object if that's not a good option. Because I need to find a bunch of these and see how many. It's almost a can shape. Yeah, exactly. I need to find how many of these I actually have. Because my hope would be to make them earrings, so there'd be a pair for everyone. I think that'd be really cute. Back out of the way. But can a can? I don't know, probably could can. Okay. I bet a can would be pretty good at canning. Yes, Victor? Nipple piercings? Sorka. I will, you know what? If you buy them, you can make them into nipple piercings. You'd go for that. Ooh, TF potions would be great. What color would a good TF potion be? Keep in mind, it's gonna have to be one color. I can't like swirl mixes of colors very well, and not have them just kind of homogenize into something. At least not yet. I'm working on it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 11. There's 12 and 13. Betting we have probably like 15 or 16 of each of these. There's another one. This is good. I think we can definitely make all of the Mountain Dew flavors. Like a set of each. You're gonna get to my... Oh no! Again, I'll make a TF potion. I just gotta figure out what color... What would be what a TF potion would look like, rather. There we go. Okay. That might be all of them. Or at least very close to all of them. Good. So I can get a better idea of how many of each of these there are. So 1, 2, 2 set, 3 set, 4 set, 5 set, 6, 7, 8, 9. We either have 1 more in this bag or we have 3 more in this bag, if I had to guess. There's 1 more. We have 9 sets right now of these square bottles. My gut is telling me there might be a 10th set. Yep, I see another one. So I'm guessing we have... I'm also surprised none of these broke in shipment. Considering they were all all shipped in just one big bag. I'm surprised. Trans colors would be lovely. I'll show you... Actually, I don't know if I still have it. So I tried making trans colors. It's actually the main reason why I mixed this white at first. I mixed all 3 of these colors originally to be transcolorations. Obviously, didn't quite work out how to lighten these colors well enough. I think I'll just have to order lighter colors to get a lighter pink and a lighter blue. However, because that's a little too hot pink. However, I do want to do trans colors. I also actually tried to take a one of these vials, and I tried to pour a little bit in, and then seal it off with resin, pour a little bit more, seal that off with resin, and go all the way up to make the trans flag. It did not work very well. I have not figured out that entire process. So I want to do that. I would love to make one where I can have all the colors in here. Until I can figure out the resin process of like how to make sure I have an even seal across the inside, I unfortunately don't know how to like separate colors well. Okay, with that in mind, let's raise y'all up just a little bit again so you can see what we're doing. We are going to start with our standard Mountain Dew color, I think. And honestly, I think this one is literally just going to be a... We're just going to take some of this green here. A little bit more than that. We're just going to take some of the green, and we're just going to go for it. I don't think this one's going to need a lot of like color mixing. All right. Go. Don't want to mix too much. If you're curious, this stuff is a it's called Magic Flow. It's a suspended snow globe solution. I actually don't know exactly what's in this. It's a really cool stuff though, because it's what it's for making snow globes. All right, give this a little bit of a mix here. Might even add a little bit more. The vial will help satisfy the fantasy. That's fair. So some of these I think will just be a matter, like for a transformation potion, I think it's just going to be a matter of picking a color that we think is suitable, and then from there it's going to be just kind of playing the game of designing the label. Since I was able to figure out how to make labels for these, we can design them to say or look however we want. So whatever colors we go for, we can make as many transformation potions as we want, and we can make them whatever color we want. Like I could see doing a bright orange one as a bunny transformation, you know, color of carrots and all that. In fact, one of the things we can do that I have not played with yet, we can actually take the resin that we have and we can color that. So honestly, now that I think about it, that might be a way to do the trans stripes in here. They wouldn't flow. It wouldn't float around like the sparkles do in the other potions. But if we mix it into a resin and then just filled the vial, we could cure all of it the whole time. Like we could cure it in layers and then add a new layer, and we might be able to do that. I might try that here in a little bit. Let's get through a couple of these Mountain Dew potions first, though. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Star. I think you and I had the same thought at the same exact time. I would basically... Yeah, we'd have to use a toothpick. That's the other problem, too, is if it's a colored resin, and if I don't get it perfectly down, if I get it on the sides or something, it's going to be such a pain in the ass to clean off. So we will have to wait and see. Might even be worth like using an eyedropper for that. I've got a bunch of those little craft eyedroppers that Vic Day gave me, so that might be worth trying. take all of this. Good to know. These square ones take a little bit more fluid. Alright, mix up a slightly larger batch here. Go. All right. A little bit extra in here because we can always add some more pigment if we need it. Honestly, I might see about if I can break the surface tension here. It'd be harder than it looks. Hello? Any day now? Yeah, I was gonna try to pour this back in and just add it to the mixture so we guaranteed to have a even mix. But I don't think it's going to let me do that. We love surface tensions. Okay. This is also why I'm wearing gloves and everything, because I physically will always make a mess doing this. Uh-oh. Here you go. In you go. We've created a bubble. We are. This is also why I put down a little drop cloth. Okay, here's one though. That one's probably just a hair too full. Come on. You can drop just a little bit. I believe in you. Note to self and anyone else doing this craft. You can absolutely put too much in a bottle. And when the bottles are this small, it is insanely hard to get the liquid back out. So, lesson learned. I do have a solution though. I just want to make sure my gloves are slightly dry. Alright, set this aside. And we are going to grab what I just mentioned a moment ago. Haha! Little tiny eyedroppers. Star, I don't know if you were here. Did you hear that I got into another market this weekend? Hi, Red. Yep, cheap pipettes are the way we're going for this. Wait. These are two different bottle types.
I got this new anime plot. Basically Therese this high school girl, except she's got huge boobs. I mean some serious honkers. A real set of bad donkers. Packing some Dobon and Keros. Massive Dohun Carvorn Kolus. Big old Ton and Jerry Gujas. What happens next? Transfer student shows up one day with even bigger bonkanija hooks. Humongous hungolum nolocongus.
Incredible. That sounds like a story a lot of people would watch. Good anime idea. Alright, so fun fact, these square bottles are actually two different types of bottles with different length necks. I appreciate the memes. Please, send me all the memes via TTS, it's fun. Yeah, Star, it's in Portland this weekend. And then, sorry, I'm going to come back up. So it is a furry art market that I'll be doing. Also, hi Red, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Mini golf, is that an ew to the market? To the furry art market? I actually kind of wonder, I want to try this out real fast since we have already used this one. Honestly, this is not a bad way to fill these up. I have much better control here. There we go. All right. Just a little bit more here. I want it to be sitting in the neck of the bottle, but not like too high up, if that makes sense. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Furries can't stand me, weirdos. I can't. Yes, it did. I appreciate the attempt. I'm pretty sure we're all furries here. Yeah, I'm hoping it's a lot better too. It's a market that's taking place in the day, so it's not a night market, which already is a little bit nicer, at least for just scheduling purposes. And then B, it is just I think it's just nicer. Like it's furry. It's a furry event, and I've had a lot of good luck with furries being interested in the stuff I make. And so I'm excited to be able to do another one. I'm excited it's down here. Like, I like the Seattle one a lot. I want to get back into FurSwap. But Seattle's just a bit of a drive, so I can't afford to do it often. There we go. Make sure those are all good there. There's our Mountain Dews. The market is called the Furry Art Market. And it's at the Q Center in Portland on the 4th of July. So July 4th, and it's from like 2 to 6. So if you're in the Portland area and want to come by, you should. I would highly recommend it. All right, I'm gonna set these aside under our light here. Let's get them to dry. Set this one aside for now so we can clean it in a little bit. Next colors. Honestly, this color is only a little bit off from being a Baja Blast. If we add some blue to it, I think this would be pretty close. So I'm thinking if we do maybe a little bit of the Aphrodite here. Let's see. Yeah, let's do just a little bit of Aphrodite. Let's see what that kind of turns into. See if we can't make a Baja Blast right off the bat. And then we can try to do like a Live Wire or a Midnight would be good. Code Red. I will have a booth aid. Victe is going to be able to help. And then Zaris, who should be around, is also going to come by and help out a little bit. So, should be covered for all of that, gratefully. Yeah, that's starting to look kind of Baja Bluish. I like this little stir stick because it's like a specific type of plastic that resin and stuff doesn't stick to, so it makes for good stirring. However, it also likes to flick the mica stuff around so hard. Yeah, definitely come by and say hi. We'd love to see you. Also, it's nice because as much of a bummer as the last market was, and that we didn't like sell anything or nobody really showed up, it does mean I don't have to work super hard for this one. I already have all the stuff that I want to take. So, chat, how are we feeling about this? Is this a Baja Blast color? Do we need to go a little more blue, maybe? One sec. Ooh, Pantone certified eyeballs. Nice. Official Taco Bell Baja Blast. Would you drink this? I feel like it could go a little bit more blue, personally. But I also haven't had Baja Blast in a while. You're already drinking it? Yes. We will see. I will try to. I probably won't have time to get more leashes done this particular market, just because it's in like 4 days. Or 5 days. And I don't have the hardware for the leashes that I need. However, for the next one, because there's like 4 of them up through October that I'm going to try to be a part of if this one goes well, absolutely going to make more. And gratefully, I at least have 4 that I can sell right now. Alright, if this looks good, chat, I'm going to go ahead and use it. Speck of additional green. Okay. We can go a little bit more green. Let's grab... Honestly, hold on. Let's be smart about this. We have a green already mixed. Let's just drop a few drops of green in here that's already suspended. Yes, this one right here. 2 of those. Okay. Now let me mix what I just added in, and we'll see where we're sitting. Be right back and go get dinner and med refills. Thank you. Thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. All right. How's that look, Red? Try to get the glare off a little bit. I think we're pretty damn close, if not spot on. But I always love having people people confirm for me, just in case eyesights are a little bit different. Fuck yeah, I love being dead nuts, Ted. Thanks, Red. I appreciate it. Alright, we'll give this a pour. Oh, here's the problem. I did it again. I did not mix enough solution. So, I'm going to be smart this time. Pull our solution back out. And I'm just going to mix some of our clear snow globe solution in. And we should be able to keep the color that we have. Make sure we get as much of this out as we can. There we go. Set this down for a second. There we are. So this mica powder goes way further than I think I thought it would at start. Because like even doubling the fluid in this, like this is still very, very nicely mixed and nicely colored. So I think I can definitely be a little more conservative on the color, the amount of powder I put in here. Okay. Interesting. Got like a bubble up here at the top. There we go. Also, if you weren't here earlier or missed it, we have a new channel reward. I have added head pats. So you can use a little bit of your leather confetti and pat a bird if she's doing a good job. How did this one happen? Okay. Interesting. Aw, thank you for the head pats. And I'm not advertising it just because I want head pats. Although, there might be some ulterior motives with that. I think I'm not going to pour this one. This one's like, there's air that keeps catching. I don't like it. We are gonna... I'm so glad I put down a drop cloth for this, because this is a little bit ridiculous at times. There we go. Okay. 2 Baja Blast earrings. Just wipe my hands clean a little bit here. Girls deserve head pats. Thank you. I do like being a good girl, and I do like head pats. The other thing that we can talk about or update y'all on is that I need to think of a new sub goal for July. We got our sub goal in June. Thank you guys so much for that. I really can't tell you how blown away I am at it. But we got our sub goal, and that was going to be, or is, the corset stream, which is going to be on July 9th. I am going to be wearing a corset. I actually will be on camera, not just a PNG tuber this time. I'll be wearing a corset for the whole stream, and we are actually going to work on making a leather corset. Because I've been wanting to do it for a while, and I figured now's as good a time as any. But that begs the question of, what do we want to do for July? Also, just another note, with the corset stream, once that stream is done, there will be a channel point reward that will go live that is not cheap. It's like 20 bucks, but if someone wants to pay 20 bucks, I will stop whatever I'm doing in a future stream and go put on a corset for the rest of the stream. Unless I absolutely hate doing the corset stream. But the plan is to be able to do that and just make it something that that we can do for future streams as well. Alright, y'all. That's our Baja Blast. I think we're looking pretty good. I'm going to get these under the UV light here. And then we can compare them with our other Mountain Dew, because they are very different. That's the whole reason for the corset stream, to be fair. It's a anti-shrimping device. In fact, I think the bit redeem title is like the description says, "Are you tired of this bird always going back to shrimping?" or something. We'll make this permanent. So should be fun. I don't want to do it all the time, hence why it's a more expensive point redeem. But I think it would be a fun thing to add after our corset stream. You have to call it, leave a message later. All right, thank you so much for hanging out, Nova. Have a good rest of your evening. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you on Saturday. Love to see you and at least hug you and say hi. And otherwise we can chat and meet up again at some point. Okay, they're done. The resins are done curing here. So here is our regular Mountain Dews. Here are our Baja Blasts. I'm already loving these. Let me get y'all down here a little bit to see them. Yeah, please message with the idea, by the way, Nova. I didn't see that you had an idea part. I'm always open to ideas and stuff that we can try. But yeah, Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, and I think once we get labels on these are going to look really good. Now, with that in mind, what should our next one be? We could do Livewire or Code Red. Both are pretty well-known Mountain Dew flavors. I think if we do Livewire, we'll probably do this really bright orange. Maybe add just a little bit of this kind of gold yellow in, just for an extra sparkle. For Code Red, ooh, I actually don't know if I'd have a good red to do. I have an idea though. We could. I don't have a good red in mica. The closest I have are this Angry Rose, this darker pink. However, what I do have, and this will be fully experimental, but what's a crafting stream if not for experimentation? What I do have is Scarlet Red leather dye, which would dye the solution red, and then all we would need to do is kind of give it that that sparkle, which I think the Angry Rose might be a good color mix for. So I think we're going to be ambitious, and we're going to try for it. And we're going to try Code Red next. So, get another one of our little cups out here. We are going to do our dye first. I remember this dye. I've used this dye a lot in the past, And it is good shit, but it is also messy shit. So I am just gonna grab a new eyedropper here, so we're not mixing stuff we don't want to mix. We are just gonna grab a couple of drops here. 4 drops right now. And we are going to immediately reseal this because fuck, this stuff can go everywhere. Also, if y'all have any other ideas, I love that we're doing Mountain Dews right now. If y'all have other ideas for potions, or you have a color you want specifically for like a transformation potion or something, let me know, because we can work on those next. And then probably later on this evening, we will actually work on designing some of these labels. Okay, we definitely want more liquid than we think we do. Yeah, there we are. That's already looking better than I was hoping. Nope. Okay. I feel like I need to pull up a reference for Mountain Dew Code Red, because it doesn't, where like Livewire and where Livewire felt like it was more opaque, Code Red felt like it was clearer, right? Like honestly a lot more just like this, you know, just Mountain Dew with a shit ton of Red 40 in it. We might still just do a tiny bit of the Angry Rose here, just to give it a bit of a sparkle. I don't want to make it opaque like I've kind of made the other ones. But I do want to give it something other than just like a clear red dye, if that makes sense. We're just going to very carefully take a tiny bit of this red, or this Angry Rose. Set that back aside. Close this back up. Grab our little stir stick here. We'll see if we can get this to mix in and not immediately get it on myself. I swear I need to make like an apron or something for this sort of work. Ooh, actually, I'm really liking how this is looking already. If I would stop flicking it onto myself, it would be perfect. Well, I didn't succeed in not turning it opaque, but it's actually really nice. It's got some great depth to it. Holy shit. I don't know if that's coming across on the camera at all. That's gorgeous. Very close to Code Red. Do we need more red or more code? Glad I'm wearing my like crafting tank top, but I really don't care if it gets a bunch of shit on it. Hey, I get it. I appreciate having chat members who have strong hypersensitive interior design helmovision. It's very good. Gosh, this stuff is gorgeous. I actually just love this one. Like, unironically, this is what I should have mixed for health potion. Holy shit. This is so good. I'm gonna have to start playing with the other dyes. Just dyeing the fluid and then adding the sparkle gives it just an extra level of depth. Try adding a speck the size of the end of that stir stick in Pumpkinhead. So a little bit of orange. Okay. Do that. I can also see what you mean by that. You kind of want to warm it up a little bit. It is slightly on the cooler side with that angry rose. We're just gonna barely dab in here. Really not even that much. Sorry, trying to get the right amount on this little stick is not the easiest. Okay. Just like that. Go. Yeah, I think you might be right. Get this mixed in, break up all the clumps so we actually get a full mix. Ah, spill it all over myself again. This little stir stick is obnoxious sometimes. It's not really the stir stick's fault, it's actually this cup. The cup is kind of the problem. That is what we're left with. I mean, this is gorgeous one way or the other. This red is so pretty. Even if it's not perfectly Mountain Dew Code Red, it is absolutely gorgeous. If we're there, though, I'm going to go ahead and start pouring. Make sure I grab a matching set of bottles here. Add a little bit more of the orange here. I can do that. Just like that. There we go. Make sure the rest of it gets back in the bag. And back to mixing. Oh yeah, hi Moody. All right, I think about where we're getting at this point. So we are changing it a little bit with the orange, but it's not doing all that much. And I don't think adding any more is going to actually change much more here. But it is, I think, pretty spot on. Tiny clump at 8 o'clock. Oh, yep, I see what you're talking about. Thank you for that. Yeah, the depth of color in this is so nice. All right, let's get these poured. You know what? I also still see a bit of a clump of orange here. Hold on. Little clump part way down that I saw on the side. Here we go. And then I'm going to learn from the lesson last time. Instead of pouring, I am going to use our eyedropper here. because we just had better luck with that. Yeah, that's kind of what I noticed too. But it's as close as we'll get, and I'm happy with that. If I had a more like pristine red mica, then we'd be probably perfectly in business. But for what we have right now, this is a very nice mix. All right, there we go. That's one of them full. The red dye is acting like the tinted clear coat they have on Ford and Mazda. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting with the depth, but also, yeah, that's fair. I'm willing to work with that challenge though, because the depth is so nice. Like, I already thought the micas were really fun and like had a lot of potential, but seeing them mixed with these with the dyes, we're gonna have to do that more often from here on out, I think, because they just turn out so well. All right, a bit more. There we go. No, these are the same. Okay, good. So little burb. Yes, I have seen those Mazdas. I know exactly the ones you're talking about. And I agree, this is pretty much that color, spot on. Concentrated red car energy. There we go. Check and make sure that I see resin all the way around the edges here. I do. Set these aside under our UV light, and we'll move on to our next color. We will set that red aside because I will probably want to use that again. That is just too good. 89% nice. We got some high burbs going on right now. Love to come down. Unfortunately, you have jobs. That's fair. The good news about the furry market is that there are several of them happening between now and mid-August or mid-October. So I'm going to try to be at a couple of them at least if they go well. And maybe even more if they go really well. So even if you miss this one, there's going to be plenty of chance to see more. Get some more of my little mixing cups here. We're definitely going to need some of those. Just grab them all. As usual, thank you all for hanging out with me as I work. This is so much fun, and I love getting to like work with y'all to come up with colors and stuff. So here we go. Here's our code red. That is a very deep red. I think once we add the labels to it, they'll come across really, really well. Even if right now they almost seem a little bit too intense. All right, let's set that aside. Yeah, it does seem like it's going to be a regular thing, and I am happy with that. So we have, for Livewire, we have these two oranges here. So Pumpkinhead and Koi. I'm tempted to use Koi because it's a little bit darker, a little bit deeper of an orange, and I kind of want to mix it with our King Tut, which I think is going to be the better color combo for that mix of sparkle and like bright orange. I don't have an orange dye, unfortunately. However, I do have a yellow. A yellow might add a little bit more of that depth again. And it might mean that we don't even need to use the gold ball. So I might try that, to be honest. Worst case, we clear this mixing cup and just do it again. There is nothing wrong with that. It also gives me a reason to actually use this yellow, because I will be honest, this yellow is not been used at all. I don't use it on any of my leathers. 2, 3, 4. We'll just do 4 quick drops in there for now. See what that looks like when we mix it with our fluid. And we'll go from there. Livewire looks like heat stroke piss. So layering the yellow dye with gold mica will give you a really dramatic richness. I agree, actually. I think that's a great call. Make sure we have enough fluid here. So that's already dehydrated piss. So that's that. I think let's try to get the orange in first. You need a little more dye. Okay, we can add a little bit more. And I'm right, Livewire is like an orange, right? It's not just a yellow. 1, 2 more drips. Well, I put 3 in, so it'll be nice and deep. It's like a really light orange or a dark yellow. Okay. See, I always remember it being like bright orange, but maybe that was just the label. It would probably help if I pulled up a photo of a bottle of Livewire, but I have not done that yet. So I'm also wearing gloves that are covered in mica powder, so it doesn't help that the ad copy and the photograph in the soda photograph differently. Yeah. All right, I think we're gonna do our koi here. We'll see if we can't just add a tiny bit in to give that a little more depth. Honestly, probably good right there. I'd rather add too little to start than too much. There we go. That's kind of what I was hoping for, is a little bit of sheen, a little bit of glitter, some slightly more orange color, but not, like I still wanted it to be relatively see-through here. And that's what we're getting. Definitely still has that yellow tint, which is good. That base is definitely still yellow, but there's definitely an orange sheen to it now. The sparkle is already there, I almost wonder if we even need the gold. But the gold would make this more solid of a color like we have for the other ones currently. These are all pretty solid, opaque colors. You'd add a little gold. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I think we're just going to do a tiny bit. We'll start right there. Let's see where that gets us. Come on. Stir stick, popsicle stick, let go of the gold. Please. I want it back in the bag, not everywhere. Yeah, exactly. I can always add a little bit more. It's way harder to take it out afterwards, so. Ooh, okay, that gold's really fun. Oh, that adds such a good color. Y'all, I'm having so much fun with this. There's got to be some really fun leather work I can do with some of this. I don't know how. I know these micas don't work on dyeing leather because it's more of a additive, not a like dye. So it doesn't really sink or sink into the leather. But I want to find some ways to use this because this is gorgeous. Yeah, it added a lot of depth, and I actually really like this color now. I think this is almost spot on. We could almost add a little bit more orange, because when you really kind of stir it up, that gold kind of takes over, but I'm not sure I hate that. I think we're, honestly, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, this feels right. Here, I'll hold it up so y'all can see it a little bit better. Yeah, I feel like we're mixing a variety of like very high quality metallic car paints right now. And we're definitely not, but mica powder is absolutely a gem to work with, especially with apparently water-based dyes. Color looks about right, a tiny bit dark, but the same depth as the, yeah. I think I'm actually okay with letting this one sit as it is. I think, again, when I'm trying to think of like when a label starts covering most of this bottle, I think it'll actually help, I think it'll actually kind of help make that color stand a little better. Yeah, I think we've kind of landed on the correct spot to begin with, so. We are going to go ahead and get this filled in. There we go. There we are. Oh, that is like, that is the Mountain Dew Livewire that I remember. It's actually almost a mix of Livewire and Gamer Fuel. I don't know if anybody remembers Game Fuel or Gamer Fuel. It came out right when like Halo 3 was coming out. Because it was also like Livewire based. I think it just had slightly different mix, and so the color was just a little bit different. And I almost feel like that's about where we're sitting. All right. Yeah, I don't think we're getting better than that. Holy smokes. Okay, let's grab our... I mean, I have like 2 friends that I played Halo with total. But we were very into it. In fact, one of those friends I think is here in chat right now. We played competitively, but we really played more for fun and for just shits and giggles. But we definitely stayed up to like the midnight release of the game, and it was like our game for a very long time. Hi, Matcha. Welcome. We are making tiny little potion bottles, and we are making them after Mountain Dew flavors right now. So we have our standard Mountain Dew, we have our Baja Blast, we have our Code Red, and then we just finished up our Live Wire, which needs to go under the resin light to cure. I mean, I skipped a lot of proms. You know, I think I only went to 1 total prom. Our school is small enough, so we had like prom was for everybody from freshman up. I think I went to 1, and it was my senior prom. Other than that, I didn't go to any of those either. I was not confident enough in myself to want to go. Okay. Now, with those colors, what would be next? We have Code Red, we have Livewire, we have Baja Blast. Hi, Lexi. We have the regular Mountain Dew. Voltage, that's right, the white one. I forgot about Voltage. Or Whiteout. What was Voltage's color then? Voltage was blue. Okay, I'm gonna have to absolutely look that one up. Also red, I'm sorry. I get that. I never really connected with any of my high school people. Let's see if I can pull up Mountain Dew. Voltage. Oh yeah, this was like aggressively blue. Okay. Yeah, I see what we're looking at now. So it's like a kind of not quite Gatorade Ice, but a little bit purple is Midnight. It's one of the newer colors, at least the one that I'm thinking of. I mean, regular Mountain Dew is so lime green, it's almost yellow. We are going to start with Voltage, though, because I've got it pulled up. And then we can keep looking at some other ones. At this point, we might as well just do all the flavors. I'm kind of here for this. At least as many as we can make. So we are going to keep doing what we know has been working, and that's going to be starting with a couple of drops of our dyes, because I do have a blue dye. Cabo Citrus, which is yellower. Voodoo Brew, which is Voodoo Brew, and then Whiteout were both very like white cum colored for sure. All right, let's make sure we've got the right stuff here. Start just a couple drops. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I want to do any more than that. That first one was a very big drop. The triumph of engineering to get people with mullets to put something that looks like cum into their face. You know what? You're not wrong, Red. You are not wrong at all. Okay, let's get our fluid mixture in. It's almost too blue already. It's definitely a lighter blue, almost purple-esque. So I think what I'm gonna do is, Major Melon was pink. Like neon pink. Okay, we can play with that. I've got that poppy pink over there. I'm gonna dump some of this out. I don't know if y'all can still hear me. I'm gonna dump a fair bit of what we had out and then refill it. The idea being is that we can probably dilute some of this blue dye just by doing that. And spill everywhere because I didn't just like hold the other cup. There we go. Might still be a little too much, to be honest. That's true, we could add a bit of the white. Let's try that before we dump it out any further, because we should get some crazy depth. You're right. 99% burb! You're almost 100% bird. Holy smokes. That's a lot of burb. Okay. We'll use the tub version of this. Yeah, you did get robbed. I'm sorry, Matcha. Also, Matcha, there is a new channel point reward. Feel free to try it out. It is head pats. Only 2/3 bird. You'll get there. We can always add a little bit more if we feel we need to. Thank you for the head pats. Okay, we're definitely getting that depth again. I can already see that happening. I don't know if we're light enough, though. Might need to try to add a little bit more white in here. Lid back on this so I don't accidentally spill it. Because the blue is very good, but it's still just too dark. We're gonna do a lot. I'd rather err more on the too much side right now. Again, worst case, we start from scratch. I have a fair bit of these mica powders and these dyes and this solution, so we should be okay either way. Let's see, how are we feeling about this? Under direct light, it's a lot lighter, I'm noticing. But indirect light, it's still a pretty dark blue. Do we think that's doable? Is that close to voltage? some of the ad copy makes a couple values look more purple, but some look more like, yeah, that's what I was noticing too. I was looking at a few of the photos, and there's definitely a few had a more purple tint, but I kind of tend to think that that might not be the case. Because I know they made a like distinctly purple one later on. That's their most recent Midnight. And so I feel like they would have avoided some of the purple for this. So what do we think? Do we send this? I think it's pretty good. Definitely looks like it's radioactive, which is like important for Mountain Dew. So I think I'm good with this. I think we could send this and go. All right. With no objections, I am going to go ahead and fill these up, and we'll move on to our next color here. I never realized there were so many Mountain Dew flavors, but I'm kind of here for it. Especially for this project, just because it's a fun, dumb project. And I really do need to think of some other clever, fun ways to use mica powder in my actual leather working. Because I think that would be really nice. Like there's some really fun colors to work with. I know I can use it in painting, so I can use my mica powders in like my leather paints. Anything that sits on top. It just doesn't work on any dyes. So I can make some really pretty sparkle paints. I could probably, with how fine this mica powder is, I could probably even make it airbrush, which could be some really great color options. Let's grab a few more of our corks here, since I've no longer lost the bag. We'll probably need to add a little more resin to our reservoir here. Starting to get a little bit low. Go. We're going to go ahead and do that. I think after we finish the Mountain Dews, we might work on some transformation potions. So if you have colors that you feel like align with animals really well, let me know, because we can definitely do that. Oh, I already did this part. I just need the cap. Go. Sorry, there's not much to see when I'm dipping this. I'm trying to dip it and also not get my own fingers in the resin. Here we are. Silver for wolf. That could be good. I could see that. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. We would need to use, I would probably need to buy some other shaped bottles. If I could find them though, hear me out. What if I made like 8 billion purple vials and labeled them just like all the poisons and transformation potions from Emperor's New Groove? Because that would be hilarious. I might look for bottles that are shaped like that, just so I can make some necklaces or something that have transformation potions in the Emperor's New Groove style. Because I think that would be super cute. Okay, blue's done. What are we thinking? We want to do, do we want to do our white next? Go ahead and do white out. It won't have the same depth as some of our others, because obviously I don't have like a white dye. No, wait, I do. Holy shit. I do have a white dye. Hold on. I have a pearlescent white dye that I think will work perfectly for this. And that'll be way better than just using the clear solution. It'll give us that same like level of depth that these other ones have been giving us. All right, nice and sealed there. Nice and sealed on that one. All right. Let's do a couple drops of this. That might be a little bit much, but we'll see. Stuff is slightly different than the regular dye, but I think it should do just about the same job here. By same job, I mean apparently just make it look like cum. Very watery cum. Might need a little bit more than that. Yeah, I'm gonna add just a little bit more here. Yeah, it might have been a little much again, but we're going for whiteout, so I think this will work just fine once we mix it in, especially once we add the mica powder. This pearl already has a little bit of mica in it, so probably don't need to add much. That should be plenty. Hopefully everyone is taking care of themselves tonight. Make sure you're drinking some water. Grab a snack if you haven't, maybe some food. Make sure you get up and stretch on occasion. Yeah, this might be a one and done here. This is looking pretty good. That's a pretty, it's got a nice depth to it, just like the others. Definitely looks like a Mountain Dew fluid. Eating more of the spaghetti verde. Love that. That shit was so good. All right, there you go. All right, I think we'll do. Find the matching bottles here. Here we go. Here we are. That's one done. There we are. Sure, we got most of these good. That's looking pretty good, I think. Focus for me. I believe in you, camera. All right, whiteout's done. You said there was a melon flavor? Go. Probably do that one next, unless we have another color to go for. Major melon. That's right. Yep, those look pretty good. Set these under our light for a minute. Get that resin cured. Let me look up Major Melon here. Oh, that is very, very pink. Okay. It's like some of the photos show it being like a softer pink, and some of it show it being like a very neon pink. Let's see if I can find just a better set of images here. Also one that's showing almost red. Interesting. In person, it's violently pink. Etch-a-Sketch pink. I don't know if I've ever described a color like Etch-a-Sketch as pink. Usually isn't that a red? All right. So my thought process for this one, I think, is not Etch-a-Sketch. I want to scented markers. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know if I know what they're called, but I think I vaguely understand where you're going from, or where you're coming from on that. How to make a violently pink color with our depth of color. Welcome back, Star. What'd y'all get for dinner? So I'm thinking this poppy red would be good. The problem with the poppy red is just that it doesn't have any like glitter or sparkle to it, so it's not going to get that same level of depth as some of the others we've gotten recently. Oh, okay, y'all. I need to prepare you for something. I've got to hide the other resin. The other resin's not allowed to see this. because I did just check. Turn the lights off here briefly. Bear with me. No, I don't need that. Not a pink. There we go. Bear with me, it's going to get a little darker in here for a second. Here's our poppy. Our poppy is fluorescent. It's UV reactive. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Okay, our poppy is gonna be fun. Let's get our lights back on. Here we are. Doing chicken quesadillas, nice. Okay. So, if we're doing melon, or major melon, I'm thinking maybe we start with I'm honestly thinking we take our white base here that we have already, and maybe we try to just add some of the pink. I don't want to go like red and back down because that's going to be harder to mix, but I almost think like maybe we could add some pink to this and see if we get close. And then the next question is, do we go with poppy red or do we go with ballet slippers? I think Angry Rose is going to be a little bit too dark. Kind of thinking ballet slippers. It's definitely like a hot pink. And I kind of want to save Mountain Doo Doo. Oh my gosh. We could try that. I could also, if I can make a brown that looks good, I can make a Dr. Pepper. So that is also something to consider. I think we're gonna go with this, the ballet slippers, just because I want to hold on to the poppy and do like a UV reactive one, which could be a lot of fun, just as a separate. Oh, fend for yourselves. Oh no. Well, let's see here. Let's grab probably a fresh one of these. Just gonna add a little bit here. I don't want to go overboard right off the bat. That might have been too much. We will find out. We can always add some more fluid too, which we need to anyway, and that might help dilute it a little bit. But she did say it was supposed to be kind of violently pink, so maybe the excess will also work here. If I don't keep flicking mica fluid all over myself. Gosh. We're doing so well. Interesting. This is actually a much softer pink than I expected. Very, not pale, but just very, light comparatively to what it looked like before we bloomed it in the solution. So let's not do this. Let's add some fluid. We know we're gonna need it. I think maybe maybe we do add a little bit of our poppy. I feel like it might be too much. I'm almost tempted instead to do like a single drop of red, of our red dye. Just like one single drop to try to just get us a brighter color here. Again, worst case, we're reusing stuff anyway, so it's not like we're gonna waste too much stuff here. One drop there. We do that. We see where that gets us. Yeah, I figured that might almost be too red. Definitely still has a pink to it, which is good. Which means I think it might be salvageable. I don't want to add some white back in. I'm going to be pretty generous with that, because I think we're going to kind of need it. I'm hoping I can bring this back down to that kind of that hot pink we're looking for, that melon flavor is kind of known for. And it looks like we might actually get there for this one. This is looking much better. Yeah, that's actually looking really good. That is a pretty good mix of violently pink and soft pink, which I think fits perfectly for Major Melon. So unless someone has objections, I think we are going to go ahead and pour this one out here. Zaris is 72% Borb right now. That's pretty decent, but I'm sorry, Zaris, you still haven't gotten it yet. You'll get there. We are all gonna celebrate when you get 200% Burb. I don't know why I put this on this side. My right-handed ass needs to... "1% Burb? You crit failed!" Whereas you said critter failed, I think also fits. Alright. Here we go. Just gonna kind of exchange it. I'm mostly just trying to get bubbles out of here. Here we go. It's looking better. Yeah, okay. That's the 1% you needed earlier. With you two combined, you can be 100% Burb. There we go. A little bit more here. Just a hair out. You're right where I want to be. Get cucked. Alright, that is our Major Melon flavor. It is a pretty solid pink, if I do say so for myself. Okay. Make sure we've got our forks here. frozen. There we go. Just kind of put that together there.
Hey birdie, Bubby a body, want to hear some beatboxing? Sure thing.
Oh no.
Bess, waka waka, Bess,
Incredible.
Bess, waka waka,
That's honestly not bad. I am surprised that TTS is able to do that.
Mic drop.
That was really good. Holy shit. All right. We have a fairly good selection. And it looks like we have enough for 3 more sets. So, what other Mountain Dew flavors do we want to do? I need to find one more of the square jars that we're going to use.
Macho_main needs you to hydrate.
Yep, Voltage and Livewire are on. We have this was Whiteout, Code Red, Baja Blast, and Regular. Oh, I'm stretching.
Zaris needs a bird to stop shrimping.
I am no longer shrimping. I won't say I wasn't shrimping, because I absolutely was a little bit. But I have adjusted my posture. We have an odd number of these. I thought we didn't, but I have an odd number now. Oh, it's because one of them's dirty. That's right. Remember, because we pulled the green out of this one. I need to go rinse this off. That's where our missing bottle is. Okay, so we have Livewire. The only one I know of that we're missing is Midnight, and then I guess some of the some of the more recent flavors, like the lime and whatnot, but I don't know if those have any distinctive colors. How many shrimps do you have to eat before you make your skin turn pink? Eat too much and you'll be sick. Shrimps are pretty rich. Oh, matcha. Okay, so I guess I'm just searching. I guess I'm just gonna search what Mountain Dew flavors there are. There are a lot of shrimp crimes at Red Lobster. Let's see. I'm not seeing any others that really stand out to me. So we got Voltage already. There's a couple like citrus cherry that are out there, but they don't have any real distinctive colors. I think Midnight might be the last one we actually need for this. So we might only need to do one more set of these, which works for me. Okay. Here's our major melon. Mountain Dew, let's look this up. Mountain Dew Midnight. Yeah, it's Baja Midnight, sorry. Oh, I forgot Pitch Black was a thing. I remember when that was out. They're effectively the same drink, but... Okay, so it is a pretty plummy purple. You're seeing a yellow flavor? I mean, we could go full yellow. I've got Cupcake and the gold, which I think would do really well. What is the name of the yellow flavor? I'm gonna start working on voltage for now, but if we have a yellow and we can find good reference of it, I will do that one too. Either Baja Gold or Baja Flash. Okay. Hell yeah, we can do that. Let's see here. So I have a purple water stain. Should be good for this. And then if we add the Velvet Plum to it, I think we'll be pretty close. Or the Harold's Purple Crayon, either one. I like Velvet Plum because it's got a little more sparkle to it. And we've kind of made all of these pretty sparkly. Alright. So let's give this a go. I feel like this is how... One more drop. There we go. I feel like this is how Mountain Dew develops their colors anyway. This is just exactly what they do. Just mix a bunch of shit, add a bunch of artificial food colors, and then go, yeah, this will work. This looks outrageous enough for someone to put it in their body. Go. Give that a good mix. What's really funny is this looks very purple in this water, in this fluid. It's a very good color. This is one of the worst leather dyes I have ever worked with. It does not come out purple at all. It comes out indigo, and you have to add magenta in order to truly get a purple on the leather. I'm assuming it's just because of the color of the leather itself, that kind of brown, affecting the color of the dye, but it is a little obnoxious to work with on a leather standpoint. Alright, get a little bit of purple swirl in here. Yep, just like that. Give that a good mix. Let's see where we're sitting for our Mountain Dew Midnight. Oh, I like this purple. Holy shit. You also found yellow as a Maui Blast. Okay. I guess that will only really matter if we have multiple yellow flavors. That will only really matter when we get to the designing the labels here in a few minutes. But since we're just focusing on making these right now, the flavor doesn't matter so long as I just have a color reference to work with. Okay, got those. I think we have a good purple for Mountain Dew Midnight. It's got, again, a really lovely depth that the water dyes really add, with some good mica flecks of color. Really going for that premium car paint. Right? Made just like the perfect amount of purple for these. There we go. All right. It took a little while, but I feel like I've finally got the system down for how to do this. Means I can move pretty quick, and it also means that for future, when we're making more of these or I'm making them off stream, I can actually work pretty fast, which is nice. All right, some quirks. Got the resin here. There we go. Nice and stuck in. How's everyone doing tonight? Anyone here a good puppy? All right, we'll put our Mountain Dew Midnight under the UV light here. Get that sealed up. All right. You said Maui Blast. Oh god, that is aggressively yellow. Or Maui Burst, okay. That is like very dehydrated piss. Like just straight dehydrated piss. Okay. At least I know what we're going for now. I think we're gonna do our yellow dye again, and probably just do that King Tut Gold. I think that would be a good mix for getting the color we want here. Either the gold or maybe the lemon cupcake, but I think we'll start with the gold and see if it tries to darken it too much. If so, we will add the lemon cupcake in. There we go. We have so many of these. So many Mountain Dew flavors. Oh, that is the red. I did not want the red. Damn it. Okay. Well, in that case, I will just grab a new dauber. We can rinse these off later. Alright, there we go. Put the red away for now, so I don't do that again. Grab our yellow back out. Oh yeah, so I was talking earlier about the sub goal for July. Still not sure exactly what goal I want to set, like how many subs. However, I'm thinking if we get the goal, I'm thinking about doing a leather giveaway of some kind. I'm not 100% sure what yet. It might just be like, maybe we'll do boot charms, or maybe it'll be like a secret cuff or something. They should be simple enough, and I think it could be a good like giveaway. Just as like, hey, if we reach it and you're a follower or a subscriber, actually probably follower, because I think Twitch doesn't let me do incentives for stuff. I have to look at the rules on that. But if you're a follower or even just present when we do it, then we can do a giveaway. Just something small that I could mail off. Like I said, I need to look at Twitch rules, because I know they changed that not too long ago, and see what that is. But I think it could be a fun thing to do. Alright. They're already pretty violently yellow here. Add just the tiniest touch of gold. There's just trace amounts of mica powder everywhere on this drop cloth. Okay, let's actually grab some of the gold, please. Not just pretend to grab it. There we go. Don't think we're gonna need any more than that. I could be wrong. Okay. So Maui Blast is a pineapple flavor for Mountain Dew. And like I said, it looks like very dehydrated piss. So that's kind of what we're going for right now. I think we're doing pretty good. I have to double check the colors on this a bit. There's some that look more like amber, and some that look bright fucking yellow. I think it tends to lean more on the amber side, so I think we're in the right ballpark. Thinking probably a little bit more gold, just to give it a little more depth here. Like just a tiny amount. Almost like clean this little dauber off. If I scrape off some of what's in here, or on the stick. Maybe that would do it. There we go. Yeah, I think that might have actually done it. I think it looks pretty good. What do y'all think? Star, you have got pretty good eyes for this stuff. Is this the yellow that you're picturing with a Mountain Dew Maui Blast or Maui Burst? I'll hold this up a little bit. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Then this will be what we go with. We'll do our last 2 bottles here. Now, while I'm finishing this, we were going to look at transformation potion bottles, or transformation potions. We could either design the labels first, which might help us kind of figure out what species we want to go for. Or we can try to pick the colors and fill the bottles first. I'm not sure which would be the better option specifically for that. Honestly, I'm gonna make this exact color again at some point, and I'm gonna make a new one, and I'm gonna call it Fairy Piss. It's just gonna be a whole different one. Just make a little label for it. Alright, that's about as yellow can get. Grab some of our corks here. Get our resin here. And I think once we finish these off, I'm leaning towards let's design some labels. And we'll go from there. A mommy milk one. That's actually a really good one. Especially since we can do a good white. That's a great idea. Alright. Put those under the UV light. Honestly, I'm going to throw our little tray of resin under there too. Go ahead and get that solidified. And we will probably switch over to the design software and start working on some labels here in a second. We are going to have to do a quick test with some of these because I think these square bottles would benefit a lot from having a label that wraps all the way around. And so I need to measure that out. And I think the easiest way for me to do that here is going to be just taking a little bit of tape. You're just going to tape one of these bottles up and then measure the flat of it. Just like this. Trim the excess here. Just like so. So yeah, that's basically where we're at. Looks like we could add 1 millimeter back to our length. And now we are just going to unwrap this. And we are just going to measure with the ruler what our length of tape is. And that should give us a pretty accurate idea. And then we can measure the height of the bottle itself. And that'll give us our dimensions. Come on, ruler. There we go. Had something, it was underneath something, so it wasn't super helpful. All right, so we are just going to take our ruler here. It looks like directly, it's almost exactly 2.5 inches. No, sorry, 2 inches. So it's exactly 2 inches, which works for me. And then if we measure the height of the flat part of the bottle, we're looking at, let's see, if that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10. So we could go to 1/2 inch. I think we'd probably just want to go just below. So just shy of 1/2 inch. It's pretty close. I don't want to get so close to that rounded edge on either the top or the bottom that the adhesive doesn't stick well. We're gonna coat it in a resin to make sure that it stays permanently, but I don't want it to kind of like peel off the bottle itself. So I think we'll stay above the 1/2 inch mark. I'm also actually noticing, I don't know if y'all can see that, there's actually a, oh hey, it finally focused for once. There's a bevel on the corner here. So I actually want to stay above that bevel line. That's the line I want to stay above. Otherwise, it's going to stick out. So we actually want to stay right about here. So maybe 4/5 of 1/2 inch, or it would be like 4/10 of an inch, I guess. Yeah, 4/10 of an inch would be probably the best way to put that. 4/10 by 2. All right, let's switch over to the computer. Let's see if I can clear some space off. Hope everyone's doing well. Bear with me for a second while I move a shit ton of stuff around. I have been using my desk as just barely above 1/4 inch. Are you sure that was? I thought that was like just shy of 1/2 inch. Because the bevel, because 1/4 inch would be the middle of this one, right there. I would say it's the next one over. That's just me though. We can print a couple if we need to. We're on thermal paper, so it's not like we're wasting ink or anything. Okay, set those up and out of the way. That should be good. Those over there. And let's see. While you're shifting things around, yes, I would love to hear some good news. Let me know what's going on. 3/8 of an inch. Yeah, I could see 3/8. I think that'd be pretty safe. Yeah, I'd love to hear the good news. You have to call to schedule breast augmentation? Oh, hell yeah. I'm happy for you. That's awesome. That's a big congrats. I need like a... Hold on. Wait. Can I... let's see, is that... Let's celebrate. If that works. I actually don't remember if that works. It doesn't look like it's working. Damn it. Okay. That's a bummer. That's really cool though. I'm glad you're gonna get your real set of Debana Honkaroos on August 25th. Hell yeah. Let's go. Alright, so these are the Potion of Health labels I did earlier. For these, we are going to want to do something like this. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and rotate that. So we want 2 inches across. You said 3/8 of an inch. What is 3/8 of an inch in decimal? Let's see here. Doing math again, and I'm still as bad at math and talking as I was last time. Three-eighths to a decimal of 0.375. We were actually really close. 0.375. So this will be our label length. Now this is thermal paper, so this is going to be black and white. We don't have a color option here. That's okay. I don't think we need one, because my plan is I'm actually going to dye the the sticker paper to be more of like a weathered look. So this will still look kind of like an old school potion, but we're going to use like the Mountain Dew logo, if that makes sense. So let's do a quick search here. I did not have this prepared because I didn't think we would be going into so hard into Mountain Dew. So let's see here. I know theoretically I should have Mountain Dew logos already. Let's see. Because I designed the Mountain Dew logo for the bottle holders last year. However, I don't know if I saved those designs. That's the bummer. It'll probably be listed under potion bottles. Yeah, potion bottle labels. Let's open those up. Yeah, those are my standard labels. It looks like I didn't save the original Mountain Dew image I used. However, let's see. The other thing we need to do is we should measure. Let's see here. Let me get this pulled up here. If we do that, that's our laser. We don't need you. Get you to turn off, maybe. I not have you? No, I have my picture-in-picture. Sorry, I've not used the picture-in-picture recently. Not since I did my redesign. So let's see here. Oh, maybe I don't. I didn't add my PTZ camera to this. That's a bummer. Okay, we'll just turn that off for now. I'll add that in a future time. And instead, we will switch back over to our workbench for a second. Because I realized the other thing we need to measure is how wide these are individually. So they do look to be about 3/8 of an inch as well, which is nice. That gives us kind of a nice square to work with on the sides. That means that we want to make sure our Mountain Dew label stays within 3/8 of an inch, because we can put other stuff on the other label sides, and I think that could be fun too. But yeah, any ideas what we want to put on there while I'm downloading and finding a Mountain Dew label again? Do some Dew. We could do something like that. I was kind of thinking, trying to lean a little bit more towards, what you call it. That's not what I wanted to open up. Please close. Thank you. I was leaning more towards trying to think of finding a way to make it like a little more potion-like, but we could just like hardcore lean on the Mountain Dew. I am looking. That's, I think, what I was looking for. Yes, it is. Okay. I have found one. Potion of blank. Potion of Livewire. I could see that. Yeah, doing the flavor. That might be a good way to do it since these are going to be so tiny. I don't know how legible anything bigger than or anything smaller than the logo itself is going to look. Okay, so let's do this here. Excuse you. I want you to be 0.375 by 0.375. I'm going to use these as guides for my label. I think we are going to look at it like this. So kind of see where our sides are, because we are going to arrange these so we spread them out. Anything outside of this, let's see, how do I do this? How do I arrange this? There's a whole trick to, like, it's text, and it's layer, arrange, or alignment, distribute horizontally. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So these boxes are going to be our sides that we can work with. Theoretically, they should be. So we want everything to fit within one of these boxes. And then we get to play the game of, like, can we make it, can we make it actually line up properly? But this is why we're testing stuff. So there's our Mountain Dew logo. We can go a little bit over if we want to. What we could do is, what's my gap here? 0.167 should be the same all the way through. Okay, 0.167 divided by 2. I know this is thrilling to watch. This is just part of the process sometimes. Okay, 0.167 divided by 2 is going to be 0.0835. We are going to do this. Height is going to be 0.375. And then this is going to be 0.0835. There we go. The reason I'm doing this is because this will give us a little bit better understanding of how we want these laid out. And it'll give us some excess so that we can still center these labels on our box here. But we can do so in a way that we can go over and still have the space. So even if this wraps around, we can still make this a little bit bigger. It'll still look good. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but I think it does. So here is, this probably needs to move over. I know I want that on either side, right? Still leaves us with a larger gap over here, which is a little frustrating. I think we do that, layer a line horizontally, and that is what we're looking for. So now, if we have our Mountain Dew logo, like that, we can center it. It can go over a little bit, so we can have a larger logo. And it's just going to be these tips. Everything past this line will be on a curve of the bottle, which is okay for the logo, and we just want to avoid it for any text. So now we can add some text. So maybe for this one, if we're doing our standard potions, maybe like our standard Mountain Dew, maybe we do a, I don't know. Maybe we do a Do the Dew on one side, and then like a potion of the mountains on the other. Like so, this one right here would be Do the Dew. This one would be Potion of the Mountains. And then this one would be like the back label, which we could, I don't know, make up an ingredient list or something. I am realizing that I think my math is off here. They're not the actual slogan, not Do the Dew. Okay, fair. We can definitely do something. Do some do. Yeah, something along those lines would be great. So what I'm realizing right now is if this gap right here, this gap is going to line up right with the end of this gap on this side, we have a problem because that's too wide. That's going to put this off-centered compared to the rest of these. So what we really kind of need to do is arrange it. We need these outside ones to be half of the inside ones. That's what it is. So let's say the width here is 0.084. The width here is 0.375. Wait, that is half, isn't it? No, it's not. That was the height. I was looking at the wrong thing. Width for these rectangles. I don't have any rectangles. That's what's going on. So we need to take this. We basically need to set that there, there. This is getting me. My brain is not wrapping around the three-dimensional of this bottle right now. Because we want this to be on the corner, effectively. And it's going to line up with that. Unless it's a... Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. We're going to do this instead. So that's going to be the end. This will be how we do it. We want a gap here. And we want this to be a full gap, just like everything else. So let's put you down. To me, Daddy. Oh my gosh. I think what we need to do is 2 minus 0.375 minus 0.375 minus 0.375. That leaves us with half an inch. So these 4 gaps need to fill up half an inch. So divide that by 4. 0.125 is the width of our gap here. So that's the width of our gap. So I think we're going to basically put you here. Put you down there first. Snap there. There we go. Go. There we are. That should be what we're looking for. Okay. This is for the nerdy market, then I would stick with the slogan. That way you can also target non-kinky people. I mean, Do Me Daddy is a funny one. I think Do Some Do is actually okay for a market, even for being like safe. So I think it's just playing off the like, this is Mountain Dew, but it's also not Mountain Dew exactly. The other thing we could do is I could also try to recreate this logo slightly differently. And play, kind of do some real play on the not making it exactly Mountain Dew, but making it, yeah, like Mountain Dew. Something like that. We could do that for all of that, because I happen to have, I love this. So let's say MT here. We're going to want to change all of these font bits back to where they should be. And then I happen to have the Mountain Dew font. So we could do something like this where we actually make it ourselves. File, let's see, not file. What am I doing? Y'all, I don't know what I'm doing. So it won't be exact, but I don't think we want it to necessarily be exact. I would actually rather it be off a little bit. They do all caps too, which I do agree looks better. What does the capital T look like for this? Yeah, we could do something like this. That would be reminiscent, but not perfect. And yeah, we could try like Mountain Dew. I actually kind of like that. That fits really nicely in the empty space. So it's Mountain Dew potions. And then we can even still do the like the shading here, because our thermal printer, our thermal label, can actually still do shaded colors. So we could still have that gray when it prints out. Let's see. That would be this. I remember how to do this. It's going to be outline. First, we're going to want to make that white. For now, I'm going to make it gray just so I can see where we're at. Okay, actually what we'll do, for any of that, I'm going to convert these to curves so I can group them as a shape instead. Convert those. Yep. Go. Convert these. So now we can group those, and then I should be able to outline these in a way that is visible and doesn't block itself. Yeah, just like that. We do that. Turn that white, so it's not going to be super visible right now, and that's okay. Now we want to let's see. Right? Did that not save? Really? Okay, no, it did. Okay. So if we group it all again, we should be able to outline it again, do a gray. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So we can do that. Probably pretty thin here. We're going to do this one more time. We're going to do this one in black. So we get that same vibe of Mountain Dew without actually being Mountain Dew. Just going to group all of that up. So there we go. We've got our Mountain Dew logo. And if we really, really wanted to, we could actually, let's see, let's do a full, we could do transform. Let's see. Is there, do I have a skew option here? I always forget with, my node transformer. I always forget with affinity if I have skew as a transform option. Select, layer, Not what I wanted to do. Hello? Uh-oh. Hello? I just fucked that up. We might have to redo that. Okay. Okay, there we go. There's our first one. Hi, Matcha. What's up? Group that again. Outline. Okay, hold on. Leggy, you were saying hello a bunch. Oh, fair. Sorry, I was just muttering to myself because I went and messed this up. So we are in the process of fixing it now. Group that. Quick effects. Outline. Okay, that gets us back to here. Let's do that. I'm going to switch that over to gray. There we go. Do this one more time with black. There. Okay. That's what I wanted. Yeah, so the new market, Matcha, I just found out today I'm going to be able to vend at the Furry Art Market in Portland this Saturday. So 4th of July. It'll be from 2 to 6 at the Q Center. Let's see. Point transform tool, maybe? No, that's not what I want. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know if I can actually do what I want to do here. It would probably be under transform or geometry. I'm not seeing it. I'm in a drop down menu, so there's not much to look at. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. You're unfortunately already busy then. That's okay. There's actually going to be several of them between now and October, rather. So I'm going to probably try to get a few of them. Picking up the dogs. That's fair. That's super fair. You can hit the next one. It'll be fine. So I guess the other thing I could have done differently would be, can I skew from this menu? Nope. Does not look like it. Yeah. No way to skew that. So, okay. That will be fine. Oh yeah, we'd love to get to go at some point. Yeah, I'll keep you updated as I know the other dates I'll get to go. But I'll keep you updated. We do that, maybe. I feel like so in some stuff I can just hit Alt. Oh, that was not. I made a copy. That's nice. Okay, we are not going to worry too much about this. We are still in the testing phases, so I think we are going to make this a little bit bigger. I kind of actually want it to go over the edges here. Yeah, just like that. Let's see. What was our... what was it? One of our not Do Me Daddy, Do Some Do was gonna be one of them. Let's see. So I think the first thing we'll do is we'll do this do. Maybe potion. I want to do like Potion of the Mountain for the basic. Actually make these a fair bit smaller here. Do I want them just centered? Not necessarily, I don't think. I almost kind of want them just off like that, maybe. And so Potion of the Mountain. Yeah, maybe something like this where we can kind of work with the height of that M a little bit. Yeah, something like this. What are we thinking, chat? Is this looking good? Put that down just a hair for a little extra space. Something like maybe even a little like catchphrase under here. Probably even do a different font. So like,
alas, no matter how much I glare at the clock, it refuses to stop running. Which means I must away to brush teeths, fold laundry, and stab himself. I shall leave this on until I am safe in my bed. Love your face. Also you gay, affectionate.
Thank you. Have a good night. You know, thank you for keeping me on for a while and just lurking. Feel free to do so. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Really appreciate it, Zaris. What font goes well with the Mountain Dew font? I feel like it still needs to be kind of still needs to be a little like sharp. Not Comic Sans, although Comic Sans would be really funny. Probably sans serif. Eris Demi might not be a bad one. Let's see. Just kind of going through here. This is always the like longer portion. So once we have this figured out, this goes infinitely faster. Once we know the fonts we're working with, we can just copy paste and work from there. We could do like a script, like Mistral. So if we did that, it's green, it's magic. I like the scripty, kind of like seeing it like mix in a little bit. Maybe it needs a third one, just like kind of handwritten in this. It's like, drink it. Something like this. Maybe we rotate this up a little bit so it looks more handwritten. It's green. It's magic. Drink it. What do we think? Probably even should group these. Shrink those a little bit. Consume Dulosic. We can also change this color if we wanted to. Do kind of a gray, which might be better. It'll be a little bit lighter when it prints. I'm gonna sit with this one for now. Like I said, we're still kind of testing stuff out. Our other side piece will be here, and that was gonna be our Mountain Dew. It was gonna be the not Do the Do, but This Do or Do Some Do, I think was the one that we were looking at. Honestly, the disclaimer, do not actually drink it. I could do that too. Hold on. It is resin sealed, so I'm not actually worried that people are going to get into it easily. But for legal sake, could do something like that. Raise that up just a little bit. Something like that, because we're going to get rid of a lot of these lines. Or make them smaller. Just don't. Alright. Let's copy paste this over here for this other side piece. And we'll just edit the text. So, do... let's see. Maybe we do something like this. You down for a second. Ah, gas. And we'll add a big, bold exclamation point on that. Mount and do. We could try that. Let's drop our font just a little bit. Mount and do. That we can fit this in pretty well. Pretty close. I bet if we pull that in a little bit. Yeah. Let's get that and. Maybe we actually leave it as it is and we just center it between this. Something like that. Mount and do. And then the back we can just do a little bit of like a ingredients list. Let's do like wizard shit. I like that. Okay. Do that. I think I'm gonna make this darker black here just so it's there. All right. And then we will make a new one here. And we will do wizard shit. Rocks. Actually, let's do rocks first. I think wizard shit should be the end. Rocks. What else? What else would be in Mountain Dew? I would say like I'm just gonna go off the walls here. So like Geopiss. Algae for the green color. Let's go ahead and put wizard shit back in. We have room for one more ingredient if we want it. Algae. We could do moss too. Moss would be a good one. Unicorn farts, always a good choice. Then, nope, that's oh, I need to adjust those. Let's see. Why are you so... Where's my paragraph settings? There we are. Where's my indent? So weird. Justification's 80%. Why is that? Okay. Interesting. None of those are doing what I want. There we go. There we are. There. It's like, why is it so... Battery acid. Ooh, battery acid's a good one, actually. I think I'll do... we'll do battery acid up here instead of Geopiss. Think maybe an underline would do well there. Yeah, I think that works. So there's our label. We will, for the sake of this, before I do this, I'm going to go ahead and paste all of this down so we have another one to work with. But what I want to do is grab all of these. Hello, please. Okay. What I want to do is I want to just get these out of the way. Probably get rid of all these middle ones. So we just have the bigger boxes to work with right now. Because I want these lines to exist, but I want them to be far more thin. So I don't want them to be super visible. Stroke. Let's pull those down to like a 0.1. Same with this one, because I want it to be visible again. I just don't want it to be like in your face. What'd you come up with, Zaris? For the yellow one. Love the Deltarune reference. Great. I can see that. If we get to the yellow one, I will. If I remember it, I will do that. That's fun. Just handwritten off to the side. Chris gets banana. Just someone like small like that. Okay. So there's our label. It is tiny. These things always are. We are going to try printing one of these and see if we can't get it attached. See if the size is right. If it is, great. We are on the right track. For now, this stuff I really don't want to print any of this except for this one sticker. So we are going to export this as a PDF really fast. Let's see. Bottle, label, tiny. Let's open this back up here. We are going to print this real fast. Once we print it, I'll pull it up. We'll go back to a workbench and see if we can't get this going. This is fucking tiny. Holy shit. Almost none of that's readable. I love it. It's so small. Okay. I'm going to show y'all here. Let's get swapped over to our other scene here. Switch back over to our camera. Look at the size of that. I love it. It's so small. It's so small, but it's perfect. Alright, we're going to try cutting it out real fast. I'm not going to dye this one because I just kind of want to see how it lays. We will dye the rest of them when we're done to give them kind of that like aged look. But right now, I really just want to see if it's going to sit properly on our bottles. Because if it doesn't, then we got to go back to some of our workshopping of the layout. Just gonna cut this down to size here. Just like so. Should go very easily here. Sorry, I think I am off the screen, but I'm just about done. Yes, I am off the screen. Sorry about that. That's why I need like a jingling keys option. So y'all can be like, hey Birdie, we can't see you. Okay, so here's our tiniest of tiny little labels. If this works, if it works, I'm going to be so happy. So here's our Mountain Dew. Size-wise, I think we're looking pretty good. We could almost probably go a little bit taller if we wanted to. I really don't feel like we need to. Okay. There's our sticker. Let me grab my tweezers here, because I think it'll be easier to lay this on with some tweezers. Feel like I'm model making now. Go. Ah, shoot. We are slightly off here. I'm not sure I care enough. Not for this piece. I say as then I immediately go to fix it. All right. We're close. I think I need this to go just slightly more to this corner here. Yeah, there we go. We're pretty on the money there. At least as best as we can be. There. Look at that. It's a tiny little potion bottle. With a very illegible ingredient list. We might have to switch away from a script for that if we really want people to be able to read it. And we might have to go at least this large in font if we want anything to be legible. Because she tiny. Look at that. Oh, I got it to focus for once. A little Mountain Dew potion bottle. I love it. It also looks like we could add maybe instead of like we add just like a couple millimeters to one end. But yeah, it's super cute. I like it. I think this is gonna work out pretty well for these. All right, I'm gonna pull these off. So now we can get to work designing all of the rest of them. Yeah. How is everyone doing, by the way? I know we're coming up on 4 hours, which is usually kind of where I wrap up. So I could always wrap up here and or at least start winding down. And then we come back to this later. I will probably work on this in my off time, but I know the design work is not always the most riveting, at least not compared to doing the actual potion bottle work. It's always fun to see these settle too, because they get infinitely clearer. Here's our live wire. Come on, focus for me. You got this. There it is. So all the mica is settled to the bottom since we've left it sitting. But as soon as it gets jostled around a little bit, it starts to come back. It starts to be nice and iridescent again. But yeah, I think honestly, I might wind up calling this here. Start winding down and working on this again in some of my own time. But thanks y'all so much for hanging out. I really, really appreciate it. They just need a little attention. Yeah, just a little bit. You know, you gotta need the attention to you know, stay excited with particles. But yeah, thanks y'all. Let's see who is on. Who can we raid? I will be back online on Wednesday. We'll be on at 7 o'clock. We're gonna do a bit of Market Crunch. I say that, but I actually think we're going to be workshopping some things. I have a few projects that I still want to really get into. Mainly, I want to get into our leather D20 that we still need to assemble, as well as, gosh, the rest of the stuff that I was hoping to get to today. So, D20s, and even cutting some of our leather for a new dragon scale collar. So Star suggested dragon scales for the fantasy market, and I'm kind of in agreement. So I might have finally picked up. Let's see if I can find it. I picked up a dragon scale stamping tool, and so we are going to cut out probably a collar and cuff set and see about tooling dragon scales onto it. So that'll probably be Wednesday. For now, again, let's see who is on for a raid. Ooh, Lycaios is on. Always a good one. Let's see, do we have anyone else just to see? Yeah, I did get a stamp. I'm excited for that. It looks really good. I was testing it earlier. Let's see, do I still have that little piece of leather? I'm sure I do. It's just a matter of, is it here? Yeah, so here is here's the dragon scales stamped in. I think they look really good. I still gotta get used to them. I also have some hexagon patterns and some basket weaves I'm still trying to figure out how to actually use properly. But oh, that's how. I bet that's how we do it. Yeah, so scales. We've got honeycombs. Should be some cool stuff. All right, I think who I've got on right now, I think we're gonna do Lycaios. We haven't raided into Lycaios in a bit. It looks like she's still making her quilted bags. These are really cute. Yeah, the hex is really nice. I am looking forward to working with that stamp. So she's making some really cool stuff, like these little kind of bags out of refurbished or recycled materials. But yeah, we'll raid out there. Yeah, have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out. Looking forward to seeing everybody again later this week. And if you can make it to the market on Saturday, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, I'll keep you all updated on our Discord. If you haven't joined, please join the Discord. I'd love to chat with y'all outside of stream and get, pick your brain, share ideas, and just kind of, have fun and be social. It seems like a really cool, it seems like you can grow into a really cool community, and I'd love to see it do so. Yeah, anyway, let's raid on out. Everybody say hi to Lycaios for me, or Lyca, as we call her. Let her know what we're doing. Don't have to stay for long, but let's at least say hi. And yeah, we'll do that now.